Were you a squad leader at that time?
With, during OIF1, I was team leader slash saw gunner. So.
Yeah. And then before OIF2, you became a squad leader?
Yeah, as soon as we got back from OIF1, stop loss was done. So, I mean, a lot of our guys, actually in OIF1, stop loss was lifted, and all our senior Marines left us. So it was like all of us left in charge. That's when I first became squad leader at the end of OIF1. But that was in Karbala when it was completely peaceful. I mean, it was just, but it was a nice learning environment, like actually reading a map, moving through the town, hitting checkpoints and stuff like that. So,
So can you describe your experiences in OIF1?
In OIF1, it was a lot. It's hard to remember a lot of it because just it was so hard, like physically and mentally draining. As soon as we loaded those tracks, once we left Kuwait, like we lived in those tracks for like a month straight. That was our thing. If we dismounted, we'd dismount, dig a fighting hole, stay there for like a day, and then load the tracks again and push. And then once we got the word we had to push to Baghdad, it was all in the tracks pushing up there. And the NBC threat was the scariest thing. I mean, we did a lot of NBC training before we deployed. We thought for sure we were going to get hit with some type of NBC agent, and we had a couple scares, like a couple antifreeze that was misting in the air that some guy tested and called gas. Like little incidents like that. Like I remember putting my mask on and just saying that's the one thing I didn't want to happen was have to fight through like an NBC environment. That was pretty scary to me.
And what were your experiences like in Karbala?
In Karbala, the people were great. Like that's what kind of crippled a lot of the Marines that went to Karbala. Kind of crippled us for OIF2, at least in the beginning, because in Karbala the people loved us. I mean, we were like heroes to them. I mean, we did boots and utes PT down the streets with our weapon systems one time, and that's how low the threat was then. I mean, you'd walk down and stop in the shops and say hello to people. You know, we'd buy sodas and stuff for our soda mess. I mean, you were real like hands-on with all the people, and the people were great. I mean, we never once got attacked by like a person out there, really. We got mortared a couple times, like a couple of our bases did, but never really a full-out like engagement fight.
And during what months were you in Karbala?
I have to say the last 3 months of the actual war. So I'd have to say from about May all the way to when we came back, September.
May till September of
almost
2003.
about 4 months then. Let's say 4 months, yeah. 4 or 5.
And then you say that had an effect on the expectations going into OIF2.
Definitely, because I mean, we had firefights during the actual war and the push-up. We had like little engagements like in Baghdad. I mean, nothing really crazy. It was all far away like engagements, not like maneuvering on the enemy. I mean, we did raids and stuff like that, but never really running into contact. And then Karbala, it just seemed like it was all peaceful. Like our job there was done. It felt like we had our job done. And then we came back, and not right when we got back from our leave block, they're like, "Well, get ready to go again. We're leaving in 3 more months." Like it was like, "Why are we going there?" You know. And they said the little town of Fustava, you know, just a little outpost, and we were like. Everyone else that like maybe a lot of people weren't in OIF1 then they're like it's gonna be crazy, you know, we're gonna do this, and I was like taking it all in, but going off my own experience, I was like, I don't think it's gonna be that what they say. And then once we got there, I mean, it was pretty bad. I mean, it was like a slap in the face that I couldn't believe, like, because when I left, I remember how it was all peaceful, and then now we go back this time, and it's just the people changed completely.
Right. What was your training like between OIF1 and OIF2 back here at 29 Palms?
It was real local training. We didn't get to go far out and do a lot of training. I mean, we